Playing games is a big part of the hobby. Some would say that the other part of it is collecting games. I'm looking at you, Backlog. But there's a side of the hobby that we may not think about nearly as often. A side that makes playing these wonderful games possible. I'm talking about game creation. Whether it's board games or video games, these things take time, creativity, and passion to see the light of day. There are ways that you, the average Joe, can go from idea to table or console, and that's what we want to talk about this week on the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and I'm the community nerd here at Love Thy Nerd, and you're listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. And join with me, as always, is our chief outreach nerd, Matt Warmbier.
What up?
And our chief social media nerd, Kate Katawaki.
Hello.
Hey, that was pretty good, Kate.
Thank you.
10 out of 10 Kates on your hello there. Hey guys, we've got a great episode for you today.
Hopefully.
We are going to be talking about. Well, hey,
No pressure.
Come on now, don't hedge like that. You got to say it, and you got to mean it, and you got to make people believe things.
It's going to be great.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Name it and claim it.
As our old friend Joel Osteen would say, make it your own.
Never heard of her.
But we are going to be talking about making your own game, which none of the three of us have done.
That's not true. I have.
Oh,
Save for the
true.
podcast.
Fair enough, Kate.
And it's not what you're thinking of. It's a different one.
It's a donkey game.
No. Just whatever. Keep going.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about a game that I played that somebody in my church is making. And then we're going to go back into a discussion that's been happening in the Love Thy Nerd community and just kind of see what you guys are thinking about making games and what that entails. But before we get too far into that, Matt, why don't you tell us about Phoenix? Phoenix? You put PHX and it just threw me away.
I put that, so I'm sorry for
Fix it.
all
Wait,
the
tell
trouble.
us about Fix It Felix.
Hey,
Fix
so
It Felix Fan Fusion plug.
Yeah, that's the one. Phoenix Fan Fusion's coming up here May 23rd through 26th, and we are headed there as Love Thy Nerd. We are going there to love and serve our nerdy neighbors. We haven't done a Comic-Con yet, so it's going to be different because most of the conventions we've gone to in the past have been almost exclusively tabletop games. So we're going to go there and really just look for ways that we can love those people, serve those people, and be a part of the culture. I have a team so far of 4 plus myself. And I would love for more of you to jump on board and come with us. Like I said, May 23rd through 26th. If you're interested, you can send me an email, matt@lovethynerd.com, or Facebook message me, or if you want to know more information about it beyond just talking to me, you can go to lovethynerd.com/outreach. And really, I just would love for you guys to come hang out with me, hang out with nerds. Frodo's going to be there, so that's pretty cool. Billy D. Williams is going to be there.
Frodo?
No, when I saw Frodo, yeah, when I saw Elijah Wood was going to be there, I was like, I'm so glad I'm going.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, I know.
That's really cool.
I'm pumped. Do you want to go?
Yeah, he's got kind of a busy schedule.
Me? I know. I'm going to be hanging out with Elijah Wood.
You.
Yeah.
Maybe
Frodo,
he'll let you sign his ring.
Do you think Mordor's
wear
in
the ring.
Phoenix? Or
Well,
Could be.
it's May, and it's going to be as hot as
It's
Mordor.
freaking hot. Like, that was the thing. Is like, I can't believe that anybody in their right mind would want to even drive
Live there?
through Phoenix,
Oh, yeah.
let alone
why do
go
people
to a
live
Comic-Con.
there? If you live in Phoenix,
hot.
please send us a message and explain why you live there. Thank you.
Just tell us why. It's important. It's for
I
science.
need to know. Tell me what
Walls
I'm...
melt. Walls melt.
You're
Yeah,
kidding
like
me.
no, I swear. Look it up. It's on the internet. Like people, like they have these weird plastic walls out in Phoenix, and it got so hot last year,
Mistake.
year before. Like maybe we flew too close to the sun. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Had an Icarus moment, and it just like straight melted walls. It was crazy.
That
Anyway,
sounds
come with
awful.
us to Phoenix.
Yeah,
Fan Fusion.
hey, let's do it. And let me know
Hopefully
what I'm in
you
store for
won't
here
melt,
with the heat, because I am cold-blooded. Check it and see. Got a fever of 93.
Man, hey, you
Or
save
something.
those memorization skills for turtles too. Yeah,
Trying here.
don't you waste any of that memory space.
It's too late.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to, please get a hold of Matt every single way that he mentioned and then some, because we want you to join us on mission in Fan Fusion Plug. That would be great if you could join us. That's going to be May 23rd through the 26th. There's still plenty of time for you to sign up. So please do that. Once again, that is lovethynerd.com/outreach.
Who's crying?
Matt, do you need to get that?
No, that's me crying on the inside thinking about the heat.
I've never heard anybody's inner voice. Yours sounds like a 1-year-old girl.
I'm
It's
connected
crazy.
to the dark web, so you can hear me. It's a psychic rapport thing.
Oh man. Hey, speaking of the dark web, let's go ahead and move on to what we've been playing. And I'm going to start.
Why?
Yeah, well, because I'm leading this thing, so I'm going to do it. Because speaking of the dark web, I've been playing a little game called Hypnospace Outlaw, and it is so good. If you at all are nostalgic in any way, shape, or form about the early 1990s internet, this is where you want to be. This is the game that you want to play, because you are a moderator of an alternate internet, like months leading up to the Y2K craze. So there's this thing called Hypnospace, and it's that Hypnospace Outlaw is a game within a game. It's very meta. But Hypnospace is the name of the internet that you actually go into when you sleep. So the idea right here, peek behind the curtain, is that you put on this headband and you wear it while you sleep, and then that's what this version of the internet is. You can create space while you sleep and all sorts of stuff, and it is just as bad as the internet was back then. It is perfect.
I actually bought it. I just haven't played it yet.
Play it.
I'm excited.
I know you're in our little Facebook Messenger group.
I know, but I muted it because I haven't played it yet, and you guys are all ahead of me.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. You're going to be swinging the banhammer a lot, because that's the main mechanic in the game, is that you are a moderator. So I might actually have the Love Thy Nerd community moderators play this game as just some of the practice training, as it were. I'm going to go with practice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good training.
And
it's fine.
Yeah. But I'm loving it. Honestly, like I mentioned this to Jay Tholen, who created the game. Not like he and I talk every now and again.
I was going to say.
I mentioned it to him.
You don't call him Mr. Tholen?
Well, it's Jay Deezy or Jay Theezy for nasty. But I put it on his Facebook page that I was like, hey man, really well made game. I was excited about this game, but I didn't know if I was really going to like it, because it is legitimately everything I hated about the internet when it was happening. But now you can look on it with fondness, right? You're like, oh, auto-loading music. Oh, that's so fun and quirky. But every time it happened, I wanted to die inside in the 90s, because you had to find that stop button or the play pause button. Sometimes it was hidden behind a picture, or they covered it up, or maybe somebody used like red text on a red background or something stupid like that. I mean, the internet used to be really terrible, and this captures it so well. So well.
I don't miss it.
No, I mean, I don't necessarily miss it, but when I see glimpses of it, like that excites me.
Like, you can close the window down and like go back to the real internet.
No.
The new internet.
No,
I mean,
you can't do that
personally.
either.
No, I mean, you can turn the game off and actually be on the internet. Yeah.
I have access to the current internet, yes. Yeah.
Texas's internet. I mean, subpar.
Well, we're pumped right directly into the pipeline, so we're good.
Okay.
But they're making, they're going to do an update where people can create their own, in a Windows-based program, you can create your own Hypnospace web pages pretty much.
That's
You
so
can already
funny.
do that, but they're going to, in an update, they're going to give you the opportunity to upload those or for other people to download them and browse them inside the game.
Nice.
Which I don't know if it excites me nearly as much as it terrifies me.
It'll be fine. The world won't implode.
I think
from
we're
that.
going to end up back to the internet someday. You better
We're gonna
get
go- yeah,
good.
go back to it? Yeah.
JavaScript me, bro.
I'm more of a Flash guy. Swift player was really my. That's where I did a lot of my business. And there is even a nod to that inside of the game. If you ever find Chowder Man, it's a
spoil it
real
for me,
person.
okay.
How long is the? Did you beat it?
I have not beat it. April
Okay.
Lynn beat it, and she said it took her 10 hours to get through the main storyline.
Okay, that's a good amount of time.
But there is tons of stuff in there. There are side quests. I'm doing air quotes here. Nobody can see me. But there are side quests in there. There are just random things for you to find. There's a bunch of stickers to collect. There are just random things that you can do all over the place.
If I can't connect my MySpace to it, I don't really want to play.
You don't need MySpace for this.
But I want to
You
connect
just gotta play. They have so it's on Steam, right? And one of the best things about it for me is that it's on Mac, and not a lot of Steam games are Mac compatible.
Yep, I feel
Because
that.
you can't play games on a Macintosh computer. You're gonna play it on Windows or Linux. Well, I don't care. Okay, so I don't have those. All right, I have a Macintosh Apple IIe computer, and I want to be able to play my games on it. And this one is not graphics intensive at all, and I can play it, and it plays well. And this is not a game that's for everybody. Let me preface this by saying that it's not a game that is for everybody. There are some people that are going to play it and go, "This is stupid," and you get it, yeah, like you understand the game, but you just don't enjoy it. If moderating is not your thing, if solving puzzles is not your thing, this game is very, very like problem solving, crime stories kind of stuff. Like,
Oh, great.
You have to investigate. You gotta remember things.
Okay, well,
Just
try-
walk and ban
I'll
everybody,
try my
Kate. You'll be
best.
fine.
I'm gonna try my best.
Flagged and reported. Flagged and reported.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they've got some update stuff coming out for it, but to me, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm actually going to start playing a little bit of it. Probably I'm going to play through it, and then I might end up streaming gameplay or recording and putting stuff out there because it's just fun. Like it's an easy thing to walk people through, but it's also an easy thing to get lost in because it is this weird spaghetti bowl kind of deal of you're following all of these different zones that you've been given. And then it's like, now you got to go find this thing that you've never heard of. So where do you even start? Like if you haven't even been to that corner of the hypnospace internet yet, how do you even know to go there? So, or if you didn't read all through the pages, if you're just scrolling, like you got to be paying attention in this game. So
Yikes, that sounds like
I'm
I
excited.
TLDR a lot of stuff.
well, so my kids were watching me play this and like, Daddy, when does the game start? I'm like, oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie. My 4-year-old, she said, Daddy, this is not like a game where you fight. This is a game where you just click around on the screen. And I said, yes, you understand. You get it. I said, baby, this used to be our internet. This is what it was like. And she's like, that's boring. I was like, well, yep, it wasn't then. It was the next thing I want is for them to give me the option to like purchase a USB floppy disk reader. That's how you install. That's how you install the updates. When I was a kid and I had the 90s internet, I can remember going to the library or my grandma's house because those are the two places the internet lived in my life. My Grammy's house and the internet, or in the library. And so I would go and I would just fill up floppy disks with comic book covers. Like that's all I would do. Fill
What'd
them
you
up.
do with them?
That's so funny.
I printed them out. Yeah.
Save
You
them
still have
forever.
No. Oh, what I do with the discs?
Yeah.
They are lost to time, friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
If
sad.
you've ever lost one sock, there is a stack of my floppy disks right next to it.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I really don't play a whole lot of video games. lately. You guys know that I've been talking about playing Smash. I've been playing a lot of tabletop stuff. But this, like I said, since Hypnospace came out, that's really been my jam, and will continue to be my jam until I beat it. But Matt, on the board game side, Root.
You played it finally.
I freaking played it, man.
At least once.
Such good. It's so good.
Congratulations.
It is. It's very good.
It's so good. I mean, it lives up to every ounce of hype that was given it.
It won South by Game of the Year, Tabletop Game of the Year.
Just a few days ago. Yeah, absolutely. It was we found out the day that you did your stream. Yeah, on Saturday.
During, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
Marshall
were informed?
popped in and
You were informed first?
You heard it here first, folks.
First-ish, yeah. We were the first ones of us to know. Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Sorry, Kate.
Yeah.
But if you guys haven't played Root,
Where have you
go
been?
play Root.
You've been under a rock.
You've been a Root.
Even I know what Root is.
Ooh-wee. Well, I didn't say if you didn't know what it was. I said if you haven't played it.
Oh, then I guess I'm under the rock.
You're under the Root, yeah.
I don't know. Like, even Anna liked it. I was telling you guys earlier today that she played it, didn't know if she was going to like it. She said it was basically the equivalent to her before playing. It was the equivalent of trying to hear all of the words that were being sung at the same time in a Broadway musical. I just felt like too much going on at one time for her. But she loved it. Like, she wanted to play again and had to tell her no because
You're going to play
I
tonight?
have to sleep. I hope so. She's been sick. So actually I've been slacking on my Bubba Plays a Game a Day because I need a lot of these games. I need another person there in order to play. And she just had the worst bug. But she's over it now. So hopefully we can play another game tonight. And I'll probably start playing a couple of games a day to make up for it. But yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, do me a favor. Follow me on Insta and Twitter. Hashtag Bubba Plays a Game a Day. And Kate, did I say all that right? Is that good?
Yeah, you're good. If
Yeah,
you
you did it.
follow Bubba and look at all his content, you can see some new games that maybe you haven't heard about before that might look interesting to you, or maybe you'll just see stuff you already know about.
Cool. Something cool.
Or something cool. Yeah, something cool.
I'm sitting at 98 plays for the year already, so I feel pretty good about that.
I'm so bad about my BG stats.
Well,
like, I have not.
You can't prove it then.
You're dang right. I
Yeah.
can't prove it.
Oh, no.
I know in my heart of hearts how many games I've played.
One, at least.
At least one. Root.
Yep. That's right.
But
Kate.
yeah, I've been
what?
thinking. No, I've just been. While we're on the subject of me, let me talk about me for a second. But I honestly, and I want you guys to tell me, and not just you guys, you two, Kate and Matt, but I want everybody to tell me.
We will
like,
tell you. Don't worry.
Yeah, what is it?
Go ahead.
Those of you that have been following this, like, I have this Bubba Plays a Game a Day thing. I did it to kind of increase my social footprint, right? So like not in a narcissistic way, but Matt, we're doing Beard Bros and we're starting all sorts of new stuff and we've got free play and we're trying to be legitimate voices in this hobby and in this community that is gaming, not just board gaming, but otherwise. So I was thinking, I started off this thing with like, I want to do just a board game a day. Like that was my goal, just board games. And I even said, hey, and next year I'll do just video games. But I don't know that that's proving to be very healthy for me at all. Because I find myself like trying to, I don't know, like I loathe playing games when I have to. I'm like, don't you have to play a game today? My kids will say, hey, Daddy, have you played your game today? And I'm like, gosh,
first
don't
world
freaking
problem.
remind me. It's like I'm sitting down after a really long day and it's like 8 p.m. and, Caleb brings out a game and my 7-year-old and I'm like,
I know, man.
fine.
I know. That's why I was just doing my goal was 365. I wanted to play a game a day, but it wasn't like I had to play a game every day.
You want to play the equivalent of
An
one
average
game a
of a
day.
game a day. And I think I'm
see,
doing
that's
all
what
right.
you should have done because now you're going insane. And
It's too late, man. You're in March. You got to plow through now.
Well, I'm a third of the way through.
9 months
a quarter
to go.
of the way through.
Right?
We're almost
So-
10, 11, 12. Yeah,
Quarter.
So
9 months.
I'm wondering if now's not a good time to change it up.
Change it up.
Just to do a little bit different, like to add video games in there. So like if I can't if Anna is down with the plague and I can't find somebody to play with, I can
That
I can
counts.
play Smash, or I can work on my backlog.
I would say, in my personal professional opinion, I would say that it counts because you said Bubba plays a game a day. You didn't say the hashtag isn't Bubba plays a tabletop game a day. It's a game on its own. So I think you should get to do
here's
whatever.
the thing, and that's why we called it the Beard Bros Game Show, because we want to
You're
be able to talk
exactly
about
right.
video games if it came up.
See,
You're
look how
exactly
unhappy
right.
you are right now. You're miserable.
Sorry, got to power through. You heard me.
I want to. This is my bed. I made it, and I gotta lay in it, right? Okay, so I'll take that as validation for now. But you guys, let me know, please. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, this podcast, whatever. Just let me know. Do you feel like that's fair? Like, because I'm really doing this for everybody else. I'm barely doing it for myself. Is that okay? And I'm sorry if that sounds narcissistic, but I really want to know, like, from the community, the people that are invested in this, like, do you feel like that is okay to do? So anyway, there you go. That's all I had. I just a little transparency moment there of me trying not to go absolutely crazy insane. I've had a lot of people tell me, how are you doing that? How are you playing a game a day?
You're dying
And there are some
inside
days-
slowly.
For real, bro.
There are some days I'm like, guys, it's just playing a game. Like, I'm not curing cancer. I'm not building a house in Nicaragua.
Well,
like,
it depends on what the game is.
Yeah.
well, it's true. That might be, yeah. But,
you
it's
did
like,
play Organ Attack, so.
I did. That has nothing to do with healing anything.
Well,
Yeah.
You could get rid of whatever.
diseases.
Yeah, and ears. Well, there are no ears, but bones. But anyway, so that's enough for me. Kate, what have you been playing?
A couple great things. Why are you taking your headphones off?
Doesn't
You're
matter.
a ghost.
No, it just looks.
I thought
it just
I
looks
thought I
scary.
heard something behind me.
Oh, well,
Was it
there's
a
nothing.
ghost?
Yeah.
No spoops that I know. I don't know. You guys can see. You tell me.
Well, we can't
No, I
always
don't
see
see.
through ghosts. Transparent. Okay, what have you been playing?
Honestly. Okay, so sorry, I just got really distracted and it looked really scary. I have been completely obsessed with Mario Rabbids. I haven't even played Cattails. So what does that say about it? But it is so
About
fun.
rabbits or cattails?
About both. I'm honestly genuinely shocked. I'm having so much fun. Yes, I play on easy mode. I give myself extra health. But you know what? Here's the thing. I honestly
Get
think
off her back about it.
Go on.
since
Yeah,
we were
you're fine.
talking about like gamer privilege, I do think I deserve to be healed at the end of every battle that I've completed. Yes, I do think I deserve that. So
What have you done to deserve it? Just out of curiosity.
I got through the level. I used my
Okay.
my skill at this tactics to get through and to do exactly what they asked me to do. So I should be able to be healed and have full health.
Participation prize.
You're making a lot of good points here, Kate. Yeah.
Just saying. So it's really fun. I am enjoying the light, goofy humor of it. And
Is Cattails not goofy?
no, it's very serious.
It's
You have to
all
survive
business
as a
in
cat out in the
Cattails.
wilderness. It is business.
Survivor.
So
And a
I
cat.
just finished the third
cat's
world
up.
of this game. I believe there are 4 worlds. I could be wrong, but I believe there are 4 worlds. And so I'm a little sad. And I also am tired of seeing haunted worlds in games.
Well, you kind of have to have that in a Mario game. I mean, how
But
do you
I'm
get
tired of it. And the next one
I don't
is
care.
like a dark one with lava. I'm like, why can't we have something?
Well, here's the thing. You start out real light, like donut plains, grass
Yeah.
plains.
Yeah.
They always start out
Ancient
like
Gardens.
that.
That's what this one is, Ancient Gardens.
And then you might go to a mountain terrain, or you might go to a forest. It kind of depends.
Oh, this
You-
one was a
either-
desert.
either way
That
there.
was half desert, half
I was
snow.
going to go next.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, desert's the other option.
Desert
And-
fits,
And,
for
then
sure.
you go to either like sunken ship or ghost ship or ghost castle,
Castles.
yeah.
and then you go to lava castle. That's the sweet. If you,
It's
just you
there might be-
spend-
road and
You
there
spend
could be an ice world mixed in there somewhere, but probably not.
You just spend half the time in darkness. I'm like,
Well, get a light.
Did you play Luigi's Mansion?
no,
Oh,
I did not.
you should play it. You play 3 when it comes out on the Switch. And
You know, I said to Tyranny on a thread in the community about how I wanted, for Mario Day, maybe it wasn't a thread in the community. It was on our official page. I said that I wanted Super Mario Sunshine for the Switch. And I said it kind of in passing, but now I can't stop thinking about how great that would be.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming.
Please.
Well, you think, or you just...
Is it gut feeling, or
There's rumors. There's gut feeling. There's also rumors. Like, oh, I don't actually feel so good now. Oh my gut. It's coming.
I really, really want it so bad. And I just have been thinking about it.
Let me ask you this first before
There's
we
no
move on from this.
ghost
Would you
there.
rather have Sunshine on the Switch, or would you rather have Mario Sunshine 2?
Both.
Both?
No, I didn't give you. That's not.
How could you have Mario Sunshine 2? That doesn't even make any...
What do you, look, Matt has a copy right
he
there.
He has the original
there
for
is.
GameCube. See, look.
GameCube.
Look how nice that is.
It looks really nice. But
I love that game.
Me too. I just want to have a nice time.
It's a hard play.
Is it really?
It's a hard play.
That's my big thing with Mario 64.
Yeah,
a lot of people's favorite Mario game ever, and I'm like, I don't like that game. I think it's kind of hot trash because the camera moves around, and I think the controls are clunky.
They fixed some of those things.
Supposedly.
Controls are still kind of clunky, but
they fixed it. How do they fix it?
I mean, like they fixed it from 64
did you get an update?
No, yeah, I got the update. It was a floppy disk. No, they fixed it from Mario 64 to Mario Sunshine. Like they fixed that a little bit.
No. I played Sunshine. I liked it. I went into Sunshine thinking a game about cleaning up. Like I don't want to.
It's so
Come on, Mom, leave me alone.
Yeah, you may be somebody else's mom. You're not my mom, Mario.
I just really want it. I want it to happen. I want it to happen soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So next, I played. It's not coming soon, but maybe if I say it out loud and with force, it'll happen.
I just think that we're gonna get an Odyssey 2 or something like that.
Odyssey
before 2? We even look back at.
I think that we will see in the online page games, the online games they give you for free when you sign up for the online on Switch. I think we're going to see those style of games at some point, like GameCube games.
You think so? I don't know, man.
I think
it's only.
So.
I don't know why they haven't yet. Honestly, I think Super Nintendo is the next thing for sure. I think we will eventually get to that, though.
Hey, they did drop on that. They did drop a Legend of Zelda 2, like special edition that starts you with like max magic and max power and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. Everybody says that's the way to play the game. So I might give it a shot. I'm not making any promises.
We'll see.
Hashtag Bubba plays a game a day.
Yeah,
Bubba
we'll
doesn't
see.
play that game a day.
So the last game that I played, it was just a quick mobile game actually, and it's one that I demoed last PAX South, and I really liked it, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I was reminded about it. It is called Florence, and it's by Annapurna, and it's basically just like a story of a girl going into a relationship, and then after the relationship, just like her life and how she's grown, and it's kind of like a interactive graphic novel type thing.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was like $3 or something, and I really liked it. And Steven had a headphone in and was watching it because he was like, oh, what's that? And I showed him, and then after a while, he's like, how many more chapters are there? Because I have work tomorrow. I'm really tired. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then I guess you're done. But it's not that long of a game. It's really cool if you like that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You won't like it. You both won't like it. So
you don't actually know all the things I like. I like.
Yeah, you don't
stuff.
know Matt's life.
Yeah, you don't. Speaking of Matt's life,
yo,
I talk about it every week. I'm still trotting along in Red Dead.
Oh my gosh,
good. This is great.
No,
I get it. But define to me what you think close to the end of the game means.
I am in chapter
16,
6.
17 more hours.
It depends.
50.
Like I still haven't gotten all the legendary animals. I haven't gotten all of the dinosaur bones. I haven't found all the drawings. I haven't.
Are you going for like completionists?
No, that's a thing. Like I gotten to the point where I'm like, if I'm going by it, I'll do it. If I'm not going to, I'm just going to keep going. Like I'm doing side quests, which like they're side quests, but they only have so many per chapter. So I'm just kind of like doing the few they have before I go to the main story. Because I feel like once I go to this next main point of this, like my next main point in the chapter, that's really where things are gonna happen, and I'm not gonna be real happy about it.
last week.
I know,
okay.
but I'm just kind of dreading it because I already know what's going to happen, and I'm dreading it because I've invested a lot of time here.
Okay.
So I just haven't gotten to it yet, and I want to also like I don't want to rush to the end of the game. Like I'm still enjoying the game. There's so much in it, and I feel like I'm still discovering new areas. Like they've done such a good job of laying this game out, and there's so many things to see. It's like Zelda, but even more in depth. Like it's incredible. The graphics are so well done. You honestly feel like you're there. They need to make VR probably. Yeehaw VR.
I love it.
Yeah, VR. I was going to say, didn't they? But they didn't.
They didn't. So I'm going to finish it eventually. And then God of War is the next time I play it.
Yes.
But I also have Red Dead Redemption 1 to maybe do eventually. I know.
Don't play that before God of War.
No, I'm not going to. I was going to take a break with God of War, quote unquote.
Does God of War have like a bunch of side questy things?
God of War is a lot smaller of a game.
It's a lot smaller. It does have some side questy things, but it's not ridiculous because it's basically a linear game with just enough open worldness that you feel like it's an open world, but it's not. It is contained.
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard good things, and I feel like I can probably get through that one fairly quickly. Is it kind of like Spider-Man, Kate, where like there's stuff on the side to do, but you can also just keep kind of plugging along in the main story?
Yes.
Okay, well, I did that one. Great. Also, we played Root this past Saturday. Aaron and I did on our Saturday stream
for the podcast.
I know. We need a name for this thing that Aaron and I are going to be doing on Saturday nights. Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. I thought
Saturday Night Fever.
I thought about like LTN Saturday streams. I don't know.
How about something funny about Matt PM?
And after the party, it's the after party.
The warm beer after party. After the kids go to bed.
The warm beer crash.
Yeah, I'm going to feel real weird about hosting the warm beer after party.
That's why I thought, when I wasn't around.
When Matt can't be there.
Bubba and Anna are going to be
so
my
awesome.
stand-ins when we do stuff. So if you all can think of a really clever name, because the community, they named Beard Bros. Like that wasn't us.
I keep forgetting that, but you're right. They did.
They named Beer Bros. They named LTN. They named us.
Yeah.
They didn't name this podcast.
We should do a post.
We should do a podcast.
We should do a post or something and ask people for help.
Okay, I'll do that in just a bit here.
Yeah, you're right. They did not name the Free Play podcast, but they probably should have because it took us way longer than it probably should have.
No,
we
hopped. It was fast.
That was an easy one. That was
liars.
No, your mind is playing tricks on you.
We weighed the options. We weighed the options of pros and cons, and we decided to go with it.
It was a long thread. I'm just going to put that out there.
You can't prove that.
It wasn't.
I can.
Mine's all deleted.
I got
so
a
if you this coming Saturday, I guess that'll be tomorrow when you hear this, hopefully.
This coming tomorrow.
Aaron and I will be playing Villainous, and if you want to tune in, you can. And if you share the post, follow and like us at LTN, and then follow and like the developer of the game, not Disney, but probably Disney if you want to do Disney.
And you could follow KSM the band instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
probably could do that.
It's a game by Prospero Hall. So we'll make sure we tag the right people in that.
Yeah.
We'd love for you guys to tune in and hang out with us, and hopefully I can win this week.
It's a great game. It's a great game. And we're going to be giving away, we haven't decided yet if we're going to be giving away a copy of the base game or Wicked to the Core. We will see, because Wicked to the Core is the brand new expansion, another set of heavy air quotes, because it's standalone. You don't really need the base game. But if we do give away a copy of the base game, it has more villains in it.
There's 6.
The expansion only has 3. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out, and we will get that out there. And be looking for that. It's gonna be super cool.
And if you have a name for us, just tell us. Okay, stop holding it in. Just tell us right now. Tell me now. 1, 2, 3,
ready?
go.
What?
We'll take a moment here. Go ahead.
That was not a good name. Try again.
I love it. I love the name.
That's a really good name, actually. That's probably the one.
I will never love it.
Well, you're gonna have to learn to like it at least. Okay.
And now you know what every single one of our conversations are like. Yeah.
Hey, let's move it on.
Yeah. Before we move on, though, don't play the music yet. We want to know what you've been playing. So that's kind of the whole reason of this section of the podcast. If you're new to us here, we tell you what we've been playing, and then we give you an opportunity to tell us what you've been playing, because we want this to be a two-way street. Maybe we introduce you to some games that you didn't know existed or you haven't tried yet, and we push you over the limit to go try it. And we also want you to do the same with us. Encourage us and spur us on to playing new and different games.
Yeah, so go to Twitter and look up at Free Play Podcast and shoot us a tweet and tell us what you've been playing so that we could talk about it on here and read your tweet.
And do it now. We'll wait.
Yeah. We'll wait. Are you done?
Okay,
that was
good
a
job.
dumb tweet.
Good job.
I will never love it. Oh, man. Okay, now, moving the show right along, let's get into our topic for today, and that is DIY games, making them yourself. We know plenty of people in the industry that make games for a living. We know people that are brand new to the hobby that are making games, and people that have been in the industry for what we would say is a long time. We are just now entering into, you've heard us say this a lot, we're entering into what we call the golden age of board games. And I say entering into, we've been in it for a few years now. And Kickstarter's really helped with that and all sorts of things. But we're seeing games come to market at a very rapid rate.
Oh, very rapid.
Very rapid rate. But we don't want to limit it just to tabletop games. We also want to talk about making video games, because there are ways where you can make video games right there in your house if you have the proper equipment to do so. You can download a bunch of different things. You can teach yourself how to use Unreal. You can make Flash games. You can make games in HTML5 that play on the internet. Like, there are a bunch of different options for you. And we want to maybe help kind of get those juices flowing and see what kind of games that you might be making. Dustin Davis asked this question almost prophetically.
Thanks,
almost
Dustin.
prophetically.
You're the best.
Well, don't. He stole our thunder. Don't thank him.
You're a guy.
You're an enabler. But he asked if you could make your own game, video game or tabletop, what kind of game would it be? And he's been thinking a lot about this since he's been playing Gloomhaven recently. And the more you play games, we all know this, the more you play games, the more you start to think, oh, I would change this. Or I might have tried something different in this scenario. And that's kind of the thing that gets the ball rolling a lot of times on people wanting to make games. Matt, you play a lot of games.
A couple of them, yeah. Just a couple.
Yeah, you play Root and Red Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually went to the arcade this past weekend.
You did?
Yeah. And
wow, throwback.
I know, it was awesome. There's so much.
Well, just to the other day.
Did you play Dance Dance Revolution?
No, but Margot wanted to play it, and I was like, you can play it.
You said, not in this house.
Yeah, not in this rec bar. That's what the place is called. But I mean, like, there are so many great classic, like 8 to 16-bit and maybe a little bit above games. The Turtles arcade game was there, and it just made me want to play all the Turtles games, like all of, like, those Super Nintendo, maybe not Nintendo. Well, maybe Turtles Arcade. Turtles Arcade, not the original one. Like, yes, it made me want to play all those. So I would make a Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze game. I mean, just think how perfect that would be in that style. Just let me have this one, please.
I don't know why they didn't ever do that, like a direct Turtles 2 game.
I don't know. I could have done all the voices.
Well, you should write somebody a letter or something and tell them that you have this grand vision. You just need
I have a
funding
connection.
for them
I have
to
a
do
connection. Crispy
it.
to Kevin Eastman.
Oh, you do, yeah.
You do. So
Eastman hookup.
put your pitch together.
And I'll say something like, "Stand before me, my sons." Something like that. Like Splinter.
Yeah, I want a side quest, or maybe it's like a training mode where we're just doing backflips.
Can you imagine, like, what if I make what's the thing called in that book with Will Wheaton who narrates it?
Ready Player One?
Yeah, they make that thing. They make that. Go ahead.
Hypnospace.
No, they make basically it's Hypnospace. But And then you go through, here's some spoilers, so turn off if you want to. And then you have to go through his trials and you have to quote his movies line by line. Mine would be Turtles 2.
It would be.
It
would 100% be. Oh, man, that would be so good.
All right. I just spoiled my own mass treasure giveaway. Shoot. Can we, Clausen, take that out?
No,
Redacted.
Clausen, leave it in.
Yeah.
Mine's not a really great idea, but I just want to play that game.
I mean, honestly, would that legit be the game that you would make?
I don't know. I guess it's tough. Like when I get my brain into something, like I want to play that game, you know? Maybe like I know there's a turtles board game. Maybe I just need more turtles in my life.
Yeah.
Did you back that one, or do you have that Turtles?
I didn't get the most recent one, but I do have an IDW like big box minis Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
That's the one I want.
That I've yet to get to table.
Let's play.
Dude, I'm ready. Caleb, he keeps looking at it and he goes, "Daddy, we haven't played that Ninja Turtle game yet." And I'm like, "Son, you are
Shelf of
just
shame.
not ready. You're not ready for that." So it's really cool. Like if you've ever played like Ghostbusters, it play by Cryptozoic, it plays a lot like that. It's kind of similar mechanics, but you get to share dice between the turtles to the left and right of you and stuff like that, depending on the character. It's really great. It's like an action adventure game, and I really, really, really want to play it, but it's one of those games that it's just going to take a while. So it's a Saturday game, kind of a deal.
All day Saturday, yeah.
All day.
Come back around to me. I'll think about some more ideas here.
Well, Kate's been thinking about this.
Yeah.
Kate, what
ahead.
kind of game would you play? Would you make if you could make a game?
Well, when I was in high school, I made a tabletop game because it was a school assignment, and my game was really awesome. It was about the book Robinson Crusoe. So you had to it had that basic, you roll the die, go around the game board, and you have to collect resources to build a raft to get off the island.
There is a Robinson Crusoe game now.
There 100% is Robinson Crusoe, the game.
Well, they better not have ripped me off.
They did.
Did they rip off? They better not have ripped off your Candyland ripoff? No, I think you're
What?
going to be fine.
It was good.
Yeah.
I got an A
you flip cards in
plus,
Candyland.
and my teacher sent an email that said, "This is good work."
Kate,
Did you save that email?
I'll say it, Kate. And we're
So-
proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, I'll never love it.
So that's fine. You would hate it. It's actually a really boring game because you
We're
would
proud
get
of you,
hit
though.
with like stuff like
Your mother and I have never been prouder.
like
Yeah.
dehydration, where it would limit your movement because you're on the island and you didn't get water.
That's good.
I
That's good.
would-
Like that's a good start of a game right there. I feel like.
I would want to make a free play podcast game.
But
Something-
what would that look like? You mentioned that earlier, and
I know, but I don't know what it would look
Would it be
like.
like an
But I
RPG?
picture no, because the people would play as either of us. They would have to pick. So like Bubba's little character
How dare
would have like his hair exactly how it is, and
Okay, tracking
one
so
of
far.
his assets would be like woo level 10. He would have a level 10 woo. I would have a level 2 woo, and you would probably have a level 8 woo.
Ooh, 8. I was gonna say 5. I'll take 8. That's for sure.
No, I think
Well,
you
this
have,
isn't
I think
Sleepy
you
Matt.
have it.
This is
Yeah, this is Awake Matt.
Matt's on it. This is
And then,
confident.
like,
Yeah, so
maybe
okay, so
my-
a range, so like 4 to 8 depending.
Yeah,
on
you
your
could
other
roll the
stats.
buffet for sure.
Well, right, and like maybe you flip a card and like you suddenly are narcoleptic and you want to.
I just don't. Yeah, I mean,
like you flip the card over, or you spin a dial, like you have a flick spinner, and it's a clock.
anytime.
And if it's after 6 p.m., the math's like -5.
that's like me too. It could be
Yeah.
Drew could be one. Well, then it's not the free play podcast anymore. Love thy
Drew
nerd.
would be
So then if
like-
it's
Sleepy Drew.
after
Yeah,
if it's
for
after
sure.
amount of time on the clock, then Drew's
He's
stats go
useless.
down.
No, but
It's like
so
ones.
his stats go down, but his win percentage goes up. Like if you're playing a game with Sleepy Drew.
Man, this could really
He
be
always seems to
something.
win.
We could totally shop this to pretty much any games company, and they'd make it based
Yeah,
on what we have
100%.
right now.
I think we're probably pretty good.
I don't know.
I really would
wanna...
like to do something though. Like honestly, I'd like to start making games through Love Thy Nerd.
It would be so funny. A free
mean,
play
even if-
podcast game.
I've wanted to do. I really want to come back to that on a serious note. Outside of this ridiculous podcast, I would want to come back to that and flesh that out because I think that's actually a good idea. The more that we talk about it,
Just for pure entertainment, not like to make money off it or anything. I don't think we
Oh,
can
yeah,
make
it's
money
gonna
off of a
millions.
free play podcast game.
Oh, sweetie, nothing we do makes money.
But it would be funny.
But
Like, I don't know.
So here's a game that I've had in my brain for a while, and I think that Derek Funkhauser said it out loud and will actually make this game before I can even put a pen to paper on it. Is a convention game, like not a game you play at a convention, but a game about being at convention.
That's actually a way better idea than I thought what you were going to say.
So and you guys go ahead and make this. I don't really care because I would just like to play it. But the player mat is it's a lot like if you've ever played Tiny Epic Quest, or if you play Tiny Epic Zombies. Like you have these different pieces that you can move around to create different layouts. And then you're moving from spot to spot, and you can, different actions let you move, one or two booths or whatever. And then each booth has like an asymmetrical special action that it takes. So like when you're at, whatever the Leader Games booth, then, you've got to get there before everybody else so you can get your copy of Root before they're gone or something like that. Like there are different win conditions. So like if you're the game collector, you want to get 5 rare games, and that's your win condition or something like that. Like, I don't know, like this, the whole concept of the game would just change depending, because asymmetrical gameplay, about who you are and what your character actually was going for.
I can make a cameo on that one. Sleepy Matt could be there too.
Yeah. He's under the table. Yeah.
I actually really like that idea.
Well, like I said, Funkhauser is probably going to make it before I even have a chance to write it down. So just use this podcast as trademark.
The worst thing about making your own game, not that I did this with the Robinson Crusoe game. I made my mom play test it with me. The game went really fast. But my other game that I had to make for college,
donkeys?
that was not the donkey game, the college where I was a summer research fellow, blah, 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 academia. They paid me to do a project over summer. And I had to make this. It was a GPS-based mobile game where students had to use their phones to solve a public relations crisis that had happened on campus.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was really cool, but the software that I was using to make it was really new, so it was so freaking buggy. And with all the play testing, I started off saying, okay, so the software is really buggy. So when I ask you for feedback, keep in mind that the bugginess is going to happen. It's not on purpose. It's not whatever. And then everyone just complained about it. And I'm like, did you not hear what I said before?
Listen again to every word I say.
Really, my only problem is that it's so buggy I can't even play it.
Yeah, and I'm like, did you try?
I tried. The bugs were too bad.
I had specific directions. It
was like a freaking Bug's Life.
If it's buggy in this particular place on campus, because I made them walk a mile to get different clues to solve stuff.
Did you make Pokemon Go?
No, but this was an academic. Basically, I was trying to prove that games can be used in academia in a way that's not those super lame academic educational games that are just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of older games. Maybe it's cooler now.
Are you looking down on Math Blaster? How dare you?
No, I'm looking at that
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I would have never known you could die of dysentery.
Did you ever play those Freddy Fish games? You had to do math problems to solve a mystery.
You
Math
were born
Blaster
in 99.
was mine.
I was already 30 years old at that point.
I don't know. I just...
When Matt was growing up, computers were the size of your house, okay?
It's true.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. Could I make a video game? I don't know. Not on my own. I don't have a good idea. Your idea is good.
Well, I know. It's just good to hear it, though. I don't know that I could... I don't know that I can make a video game. I don't have any of the skills or the patience.
Set of special
I didn't
skills.
say I have the skills to do that. I just have the voice.
You got the skills to pay the bills?
No.
It's just so interesting to
I have a
see.
woo of 8, man. Sorry.
A woo of 8. To see what goes into the whole process. It's no wonder, games are expensive. No wonder it takes them forever to come
and then
out.
we complain because they're like, why is it taking so long?
Yeah.
Because you get in, it's buggy, and you're like, this is buggy.
Because you want it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just get good game, get good. So I played a game by this, this kid. I talked about last week on the podcast, and his name's Luke Anderson, and he is a teenage boy in the youth group here at my church. And we played this game, and it was a dungeon crawler. And even before playing this game, I was very excited to play the game, whether it was good or not or anything, that he had taken the time and effort to create a combat system and a movement system and, a baddie system and layers on layers on layers in this dungeon crawler that it was. And he did all of the special abilities and everything, tip to tail. This kid made this game and he put himself out there. He said, not only am I going to make this game just to play by myself, but also I want to go, and he plays this not just at our game group and not just at our church, but he takes it to like a gaming club that he's a part of, and
That's
they
awesome.
play test his game.
Wow.
And it takes a lot. It really does take a lot to put your creativity out there for other people to rip into pieces, as Kate was just talking about. And honestly, he did that. We played the game and he was like, what would you change about it? What would you do different? And I had a whole laundry list of things that I would change about his game. Not mechanics wise and all stuff, but it was like fine tuning because I wanted that game to be the best that it could possibly be. Not that I'm the be all end all on, gaming authority, but of the people
you were
that he
asked.
Well, and of the people that he regularly interacts with, I probably have the best pulse on what will sell and what people will enjoy to play.
Yeah.
Just because of the nature of what we do, right? We play a lot of games. And when you're making a game, that's probably the number one thing that you want to do is you want to play a bunch of games because if not, you're going to create a game that's already been made.
Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't going to call anybody's name, but Kate Katawaki.
Should have called him like Bobbyson.
It also
Caruso.
had to be about Robinson Crusoe because that was the book that we read, so
sure
it had
did.
to be about him.
I don't think I have the creative juices at this moment in my life to make a board game.
Make a Starbucks game.
Nope, pass. I'm kind of running on fumes in a lot of areas. Like from just trying to keep things going. 5 kids, full-time job, doing this thing I love. I love my family too. It sounded bad, but I just don't know if my brain has the capability at this time in life to think much more beyond the day-to-day.
Well, I think that's fair. I don't think that everybody who plays 100 million games can make games. And we know plenty of people who have tried to make games that, quite frankly, they're just not good.
Yep.
And we're talking a lot of games. I back stuff on Kickstarter that probably should never, ever have been on Kickstarter. And things look good. Everything's all fine and dandy. And then the game gets to your house and you're like, well, that wasn't mentioned at all.
Good.
Yeah. Did they play test this? I wonder if we played it one time and ran into this. I'm kind of wondering if they play tested this at all. And I'm not talking about the game we didn't play test, but
Ooh.
I'm talking about actual real games. But so it's one thing to have an idea, and like Matt said, it's another thing to have that idea come to fruition. Mm-hmm. But if you ever do get to the point where you're like, I am ready. If you're SpongeBob ready to make a game, there are a couple of different places out there that you can go, specifically with tabletop stuff. And this is what I want to do for Luke, for this kid that's making the game at my church, is I want to get a physical copy of this game in his hands. So if we can get the artwork together, if we can figure out what kind of pieces he wants and all sorts of stuff, even if we just make one copy of the game to give to him and say, hey, here you go. This is your baby. Nobody else will play this outside of you because there's only the one copy. But this is for you. Go and make more games. I think
so awesome.
Rather than it just
that'd be awesome.
hanging out in a book or in a box, some cardboard box in a corner, which is really what he's carrying around in, some Amazon box. To be able to have good artwork, the instruction manual, like everything about it, to be cherry and to say, hey man, here is your game. There's something that is encouraging about that. And you can use a resource and a website called thegamecrafter.com. And they have a bunch of different things that you can choose from. They've got all sorts of different card sizes. They've got different box types. They've got game pieces. They even have a little bit of artwork that you can go through and use. Like, you can customize absolutely everything about your game with no minimum orders. And the Game Crafter's not sponsoring this episode. Maybe we should have reached out to them. They probably could have. That was an oversight on our part.
Oops.
But they will do this for cost. I mean, it's going to be higher. Like, depending on what you put in that box, the game may cost you for one copy of it. It may be $70 to get just one copy of your game, depending on what you put inside of it. But you will have a copy of your game sitting in front of you that you can play. That is not you just moving little pieces of paper around that say really tall bad guy with, octopus eyes.
Weird.
Yeah, well, I'm giving away my secrets here. But in the prototyping stages of your game, there's a thing that I backed on Kickstarter called the white box. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a white box with a bunch of different components inside of it. So it's got different colored cubes. It's got some different colored discs. Some little cardboard squares with different icons and stuff like that on them. And then it has a little book in there about game design and what to do and how to meet goals and how to write stories and all sorts of stuff.
So awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
man, I needed that for this Robinson Crusoe thing.
You really did.
Sorry,
yeah,
missed out.
You had a book though. You had the best source material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the execution of it.
Yeah, that could have been different.
Was
Try
ghetto.
again. Make us one.
No.
Yeah. No, come on, we'll play it.
Please.
No, I want to make a free
Get the
play
white box.
one.
Do
Oh,
both.
that's
Get the
right,
white box
yeah.
and do it.
Hey, I'll ship you my white box for sure.
The
I will.
white box.
I would have like a meeple with like a drawn-on beard, like a standard meeple. Oops.
I would play that.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, making games. I mean, it may be something that you do just to have fun. Like, it'll never see the light of day. You'll never go to Game Crafters with it. You'll never do anything like that. You won't sell it to Skybound. It won't be one of those big deals. But maybe it's a good outlet for you. Maybe you would have more fun instead of just playing games, putting some of your creativity to work.
Yeah.
So if you've got an idea, let us know. We want
Sell
to
it
know.
to us.
Yeah, we want to steal your idea and make our own thing. Now, a lot of people are really secretive about it. Like, even Luke, I had to ask him if I could take picture of his game so that I could put it up on Insta, and he was gracious enough to let me do that. But he did. He told Anna all about it the first time that they played, and then he leaned over and he said, "Please don't steal my game." And because that was his blood, sweat, and tears into that. That was his intellectual property. So we want to respect that. If we ask you these questions, we don't want the details. Just kind of give us an overview. Like, what has been your experience with making games? I know that we have community members who have made games. And so we want to know, what has been your experience with it? What are the highs and the lows, so that some people who are going into this might know exactly what they can get themselves into. But before you do that, just know that a couple of things. You need to play a lot of games. If you don't play games, then you won't know what the heck is out there, and you won't understand basic mechanics. You may think something will work, but there may be examples of where it just flat out did not work at all. And also, make sure that you play test your game, not just with yourself, but you also want to make sure that other people outside of your family who aren't just going to lie to you because you're so
cute,
sweet and cute and honey boo boo and all this stuff. Like, you want to ask people to play your games that also play games.
Man, you guys really got me thinking about making the Starbucks game now. How'd you guys do that?
Do it.
Make it be like a drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh, I have all the ideas. Sorry,
A
Bubba, what were you saying?
whole latte of love. There you go. That's your title for your game.
Pass. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. There it is.
There it
But
is.
you also want to get people who don't play games to play your game, because you kind of need the bookends to figure out what about your game is hot trash and what is good. So, but anyway, let us know what you guys are creating or thinking about creating. Like, are you in this industry or even trying to get into the industry? I don't know. Whether it's video games or whether it is board games. We're super interested in all of the things that you guys are doing, and we want to help you in any way, shape, or form that we can. We're not a publisher, so don't ask us to publish your game. If we made games, it would be through the Game Crafter. So just know that that's kind of where our budget and publishing level is at the moment. But we do want to post about it. So if you have stuff that you're doing, please let us know, and we'll back you. Send us a copy of your game. We'll play it. We'll put it on Love Thy Nerd, and we'll do it on Beer Bros and stuff like that. We want to get you as freaking popular as you can. So let us know. You guys have any final thoughts about game creation and all that jazz? Yeah. No, I'm just talking to the ethos into the air right now.
Rock over London, Rock over Chicago. Games, play them.
Play them or else. Yeah.
Man, I think I still have the Robinson Crusoe game somewhere. I'm going to have to look in my garage and find it and send pictures.
Yeah, you and Matt can play it at Phoenix Fan Fusion.
Yeah, hopefully I can find it.
I will say that just from friends who make games, like, it will probably be discouraging, but just take it a day at a time and don't give up. Like, if you believe in it, keep going.
Yep. Also, don't become too attached to something. If you put it out there and people are like, "Hey, your game kind of sucks a lot," don't say, "Well, you're just a dumb gamer. You don't know. You don't understand it. You don't get it."
Or like, if this part of your game sucks and it doesn't make sense, like, there's
if
certain
it's really
things that probably
buggy, even though you said it was buggy, it's really buggy.
There's certain things you are holding on to, like, I wouldn't clinch on to what you think needs to be there, especially if you hear it from multiple sources that it's not working.
Yeah. Be open to change, because at the end of the day, you want your game to be playable. If you're making a game that only you're going to like, that game is going to suck. So, yeah. But anyway, let us know on Twitter or Facebook, or hit us up on Instagram, all of the places. Just kind of what games that you're playing and what games you're creating. And we want to know, like, how's it going? Like, legitimately, we care about these things. So hit us up on all the social media. And that's going to do it for episode 45 of the Free Play Podcast. Be sure to check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, all of the places. If you can't find us, yeah, I think it's important to keep saying that we are not on SoundCloud. We are one hundos, not on SoundCloud. So if you're looking on SoundCloud, just keep looking. Just keep on
and then
looking.
go look somewhere else, because we'll be there instead.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It just look somewhere else. If you're not already a part of our Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, just do it. Just make your way to Facebook and just search for the Love Thy Nerd Facebook community. And we would love, love, love for you to be on there. And all you got to do is request. There's one question when you request. It's "What's up, nerd?" That's it. Like, that's the way that we find out if you're a robot or not. And I think I actually had to block somebody the other day because their response to the question was so robotronic. It just said "ugly" in all caps. And so I was like, yeah, how about no? But anyway, go on there, fill out that one questionnaire, and we'll let you in. And then you get access to all of the wonderful memes and GIFs and all sorts of things that we have there waiting for you in the Love Thy Nerd community. And you can also find us, Love Thy Nerd, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as previously mentioned, at Love Thy Nerd on all of the platforms. Kate made it really simple, and we really appreciate that about it. Also, be sure to follow the Free Play Podcast on Twitter. That's at Free Play Podcast for some of the finest and highest quality content around. We're talking diamond encrusted, like pinky up, drinking tiny cups of tea.
I actually need to post more.
It would be nice if you did. Yeah. We're doing this huge push and there's nothing there. So Kate's going to fix that.
There's not nothing. There's just not.
There is stuff there.
I'm never going to love it. So
That's fine. I don't care. You're not the demographic.
yeah,
That's true.
you're 100% right. I am not the demographic for our Twitter account there. Hey, also don't forget to go and watch Beard Bros. We do it live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, right here on our Love Thy Nerd Facebook page, and then we share it all over the interwebs, and you can find it a lot of different places. But that's the Beard Bros Game Show. We also have a Twitter for that, at Beard Bros LTN. Follow that. And we also have, like we talked about, a brand new live stream that we're doing where Matt and Aaron, I have to explain it because we don't have a name for it yet.
It's called Untitled.
Oh, working title, maybe.
Working title.
Where Matt and Aaron are streaming a game that we talked about on our Beard Bros episode. And then you're going to get a chance to win a copy of that game. So I would say just freaking do it. I don't know what we're even having this conversation about. It's really simple. You watch the game, you share the post, you like us. That's important. We want you to like us. And then also like the developer of the game. And that gets you entered to win a copy of it. I don't know how much easier it could have been. Maybe if we removed all of those things.
Right, yeah.
Maybe,
that would make it easier. Yeah, we're not going to do that though. So make sure that you just follow us. If you just like us on Facebook, follow us, whatever it is, then you are going to get all of these updates. You're going to know when we go live, and you're going to get access to the opportunities to win all of these things. Hey, last thing, I totally forgot about this. Thanks for reminding me, Self. We are running a raffle right now for a Dice Throne bundle.
Yeah.
This is... Oh my gosh, like guys, I can't, if you were even remotely interested in Dice Throne at all, you can get into it for $10. And by get into it, I mean, we'll send you anywhere in the world. We're shipping internationally. We will send you a Dice Throne Season 2 Battle Chest, signed. We will send you a Dice Throne Season 1 Champion Edition, signed. We will send you 2 Dice Throne Minimalist Playmats. We will send you no, unsigned.
No, I'll sign it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no, you won't. We'll
forge my signature.
Yeah, that's true. I signed it left-handed and in black on the back. So, and we also have a Dice Throne Con Season 2 swag bag. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And I mean, just so many things that come with it. All you have to do is go to lovethynerd.com/store and then click on the Dice Throne raffle button. And like I said, they're $10 a ticket. You can buy as many of them suckers as you want to increase your chances of winning. And I would say just spam that button. I mean, there's no such thing as too many tickets to buy. Matt, back me up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, good.
No limit.
Yeah. I was second guessing myself right there with the silence, but okay, I'm glad you guys said something.
No
It
limit,
was
soldier.
hardly
Yeah.
any silence. It was like
Yeah.
a 0.2 seconds
Didn't
to
even give me
give
a
us
chance
time to
to respond.
respond. Yeah.
It was an internet eternity.
Slam that button. Yeah, slam that button.
Slam it, smash it.
That button.
Bop
Smash
it,
the button.
twist it.
Smash that like button.
Smash it. Thanks for the likes. But we want you guys to get in on that. And then past that, just go to lovethynerd.com/partner if you want to join us financially on this journey. Become a part of what we're doing and allow us to do more stuff just like this. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us to the end of the episode and for even listening to the Free Play podcast. Be sure to go to lovethynerd.com for more wonderful content, and all the other podcasts that we do and everything else that we have to offer is right there on that website. Once again, that's lovethynerd.com. Once again, I'm Bubba Stallcup.
Matt Warmbier.
Kate Katawaki.
And for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, we'll catch you next week. And remember, Jesus loves you, nerd.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, there. It looks a little more normal.